Hello again, Frank from the Old Town Coleman Center. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that I have spent some time with Darcy and Dwayne of D&D Lanternworks. Last year I went to their home in Montana to see their collection, and earlier this year I went down to their home in Utah to film the rest of their collection. I made a couple of videos. If you haven't watched them, I encourage you to do so. When I was in their Montana home, I had this really odd feeling and I just couldn't put my finger on it. I didn't know what it was. I thought maybe it was I was just excited to finally see their collection. I've known these people for 20 years. They're very good friends of mine. But there was something that I just couldn't figure out the feeling I was getting. And when I got home, it finally dawned on me. Inside of their beautiful log cabin home in Montana, there were CQ lamps lit everywhere. And it was wonderful. They were all being used as accent lighting, and it was really, really cool. When I got down to their winter home in southern Utah, it was the same thing. Everything was beautiful, and there were lamps inside of the home that were lit all the time. It's a feeling I can't describe to you. It felt right. So while I was there, I sat down with Dwayne and I asked him if he could show us a little trick on how he makes CQ lamps functional all day long inside of his house. And you can find all of the parts that you'll need to do this and the instructions on my website at www.oldtowncoleman.com. So go get yourself a cup of coffee, and when I come back, I'll show you what he said. Good morning, Dwayne.
Good morning.
What are you going to show us today?
We're going to try to explain and show how we electrify a CQ lamp without damaging any of the functioning parts. So first off, we'll take the shade off. This is one that I've already had made up, and I'll try to show all the components it takes. This, I do not know the name of this fitting. It's a lamp fitting. It already had the hole in the center. So you buy these candelabra sockets and the all thread for electrification of appliances. This is what it would look like. The one nut holds it from turning the threads out. These two nuts, one on the bottom, one on the top, keep this from spinning. You run your wire up through. You can buy this wire in bulk by the foot, in silver or gold or white or black at your local lamp repair or rewiring shop.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy these plugs by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So you can make the cord however long you want it. If you choose to, you can put an inline switch anywhere in the line. And these are candelabra sockets.
Right. Are they all that will fit?
Yeah, a bigger bulb will not go between the burner tubes. You don't take anything off of here.
Okay.
It just stays. So you want to put this on when you get it, or whatever kind of plate you decide to use, and then turn it opposite of the burner tubes, and it just sits down over the shade holder nut, and you just run the wire and plug it in, and away you go. So basically what you do is just put the plug down through. These are opposite. So it just sits right there. Sets inside the shade holder.
Perfectly.
And you can use incandescent if you can find them. These are LEDs.
Right.
You have to drill these holes pretty far out, so it'll go by the burner tubes.
Right. So the plate that you're working with there, you bought that at a lamp supply store?
Yes, and I don't know what they call it in there. It just sits down there. There you have it.
That easy, huh?
Put the shade back on. Yes, that easy. And you can enjoy your lamps without ruining them, and enjoy the pretty shades. And you can just zip tie this on either side you want. It's very, very simple. All those parts should be available at a local lamp repair.
Just beautiful. Dwayne, thank you so much for allowing me to make this video, and we all appreciate your willingness to share your knowledge with us and show us how you did this to these lamps. It's just beautiful and it's really cool. A dual mode lamp. Use it one way electric and convert it to gas in less than 15 seconds. Really, really cool. The first thing I had to do when I got back was figure out the plate part that he was talking about. This is a shade holder for a CQ lamp, and it has an inside diameter of about 3 inches. After much searching, I finally found this plate, and it has an outside diameter of 2 7/8 inches, which means it will fit inside nice and snugly exactly how we want. This is a doorknob delete plate. If you have a door and you need to change the location of the doorknob, you have to put a plate over the old hole, and that's what this plate is for. So here's a photo of everything that I purchased to make this electrical conversion on a CQ lamp, and I bought everything from Amazon so I'd be able to reference it for you. So as you can see, it's pretty basic. Besides the delete plate, there's some lamp pipe all thread parts. You got a couple lamp holders and of course your bulbs, LED bulbs. You're going to need some lamp cord, an AC plug, and your on-off switch. And how I did it is pretty basic. Started with the delete plate. I marked from center exactly 1 inch out on both sides and drew lines there. And those were my marks for drilling out. I started with a 1/16 inch drill bit and enlarged it out to 3/8, which is the same size as the all-thread pipe fittings for the lamp. I drilled out those 2 holes, and then I had to deal with the delete plate. If you can tell on there, it's got a bump in the middle, and that's because the doorknob delete plate is actually 2 plates, and they have that little recessed area in there for the screw. Well, I didn't want that, so what I did is I just took a hammer and I beat the heck out of it, and I flattened it with a vise, and this is what it came out looking like. When I did that, unfortunately, the hole in the center got too small, and I had to drill out a little bit for the lamp holder stud there. Then I took the delete plate and I used a 3/4 inch piece of all thread, and I put a washer and a nut on one side, and I placed it down inside of the hole, one of the holes, and then I put a washer and a nut on the other side and tightened it up. And you can see that there's a piece of all thread that is sticking out on one side only. I duplicated that on the other side, and this is what it looked like when I was finished. Then I took my 2 lamp holders and I ran the wires up from the bottom up to the top and screwed the lamp holders onto the all thread there. And then I had to connect it to the main wire. I did that with a couple of small wire nuts. I put the blacks together. Your blacks are hot, your whites are neutral. Put that all together on the main cord. Then I put an end on the cord and I took a switch, decided where I wanted. I cut the cord, installed the switch, and this is what it looks like when it's finished. You can see that the wiring is long enough where I was able to tuck under the wire nuts so you can't see them from the top. And actually, when you put this all together and put the bulbs in it, you're going to find that it's really tight up at the top of the burner, but they do fit in there quite nicely. Now, you might recognize this lamp before. It's the one I've been sitting here with, and it's electrified now. It's also the one I use in my video. It's not a CQ lamp. It's actually a sunshine safety lamp, and it's just beautiful, and it's electric, and now it can sit in my home all day long lit, and I don't have to worry about it. I would be remiss if I did not express my frustration in finding a Coleman lamp or lantern that someone's done this to. It just amazes me. And I wish the steampunk guys would just stick to their pipes and no pressure gauges and stuff and leave our Coleman lamps alone. But using the D&D electric method, you can enjoy your lamp in your home anytime you want. And you can also take the electrical part off and enjoy the hiss anytime you want.
There would be no reason to do a lantern. They don't have a pretty shade on them.
That's true. That's very true. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. You can also find me on Facebook and at www.oldtowncoleman.com. And until next time, keep 'em burning.